Israel. A Moabite, an Ishmaelite. So they did that thing back then, just like they're doing it today. Go ahead.
You have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our
See, just
God.
like this, that was one of the guys that was back there. That was actually one of the guys that was back there. That was an Ishmaelite.
Yeah.
You can't build with us, all right?
Directly?
You can't build with us.
that's direct.
Right, he knows, see?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
You have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our God.
Read it to him.
You have nothing to do with
That's
us
for you.
Lord bless us
to
all.
build
Did you hear me?
Allah.
God bless us all. You see how the Spirit works? He's trying to build with us.
Right.
You can't.
Yes. He put up the best
Go ahead.
You have nothing.
See, you know what, man? Satan don't like me, man. When these brothers speak, I don't want you to like me, all right? When these brothers speak, ain't nobody messing with you guys. When I come out and go into some prophecy, Satan always gonna send somebody to mess with myself. But that's all right. Go ahead.
You have nothing to do with us to build a house unto our God.
That's for you. You were back there in the reincarnation, and you back here today trying to build. Put that hammer and that screwdriver away, and you can't build with us, all right? Go ahead.
I'm not a construction man.
You want to mechanic world? Are you mechanic? Same goddamn thing. Go ahead.
But we ourselves together will build unto the Lord power of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, hath commanded us. Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people.
Listen. Then the people of the land, these other nations, weakened the hands of the people, the ones that was building. That's what he's doing. He's trying to weaken this thing. We're trying to build on you, brothers, and he's trying to weaken this.
No, that's my opinion.
He's trying to pull. We put a brick in. When you're not looking, he pulling the brick out, throwing it away. All right. But he was one of them guys. That guy's Cyrus, man.
No, I want you.
Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building.
When they were building a wall, when they were crazy, they would tear the wall back down. She's saying yeah, because he did it. He actually did it.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he says he's admitting it, man. Go ahead. This is a spiritual thing, brother. Go ahead.
Then the people of the land weakened the hands of the people of Judah and troubled them in building.
We're trying to build on you, brother. And he's troubling us, man. Go ahead.
And hired counselors.
He gonna call the police on us. No. And hired counselors. Go ahead.
And hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose.
Read that again.
And hired counselors against them to frustrate their purpose.
He's trying to frustrate what we're trying to do. Okay, go ahead.
All the days of Cyrus, king of Persia, even until the reign of Darius, king of Persia.
And that's it on that. I got my point. Go back and read that again when you just read.
Daniel 9:25. Know therefore.
Now you can see that ain't talking about no future 7-day tribulation period.
Right.
Where we're going to be beamed up out of here, and the other Christians that ain't right, we're going to stand down here in the 7-year tribulation period. Them guys are so damn stupid, man. Go ahead, brother.
It says, know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment
Now the rain's coming. See how Satan works?
to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince shall be 7 weeks and 62 weeks.
Go ahead.
The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous time.
And we just read it in the book of Ezra, the 4th chapter?
Ezra 4.
Ezra 4. Go ahead.
And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary.
You notice he said he's going to be cut off, but not for himself. Because when the Lord came on the scene and died, he died for the nation of Israel. That's what that means. Go ahead.
And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood.
Now that's talking about the Romans. That's during the period of 66 AD to about 74 AD. But they say, normally, scholars say 70 AD, but it took a number of years to bring us down. You had a group of wars. You had a war, the first war was called the Roman-Jewish Wars. And that's when these that's why these Edomites come back and they'll say, look, the Edomites was done away with during the time of the Roman-Jewish wars. The reason why they teach that is because we were fighting against the Romans down in Idumea. There was no Edomites there. The Edomites were the Romans. Go ahead.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood.
And that's how the Romans came in on us, like a flood. Give me Matthew 11 and 12.
And I'm sorry. And the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary, and the end thereof shall be with a flood. And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined.
Stop right there. Now read that. And somebody give me Job 30 and about the 3rd verse.
Matthew 11 and 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven
Listen
suffered.
good. Listen. Go ahead.
And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence.
Now if you go to Luke, I believe it's Luke 17, it tells you that the kingdom of heaven are the Israelites. So the kingdom of heaven suffered violence. They suffered violence at the hands of the Romans. Go ahead.
And the violent take it by force.
And the Romans took it by force. Go ahead.
For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John.
Okay, well that goes into something else. Now give me Job 30 and around the 3rd verse. It talks about the flood. Go to the 2nd verse.
All right. Job 30 and 2. Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me?
This is Job talking about the Edomites. How they were pushed up into them. That's the Old Testament. How they were pushed up into the caves. And how they were going to come out of the cave. Go ahead.
In whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste.
Go ahead.
Who cut up mallows by the bushes.
This is when Esau was pushed up in the caves during the time of, right after the Babylonian Empire. They were pushed up into the caves. Then about 250 years later, that's when they came out and they set up the Greek Empire through Philip of Macedonia and Alexander, his son. And then from there, you got the Roman Empire. So there was a period of time for about 250 years when this devil was pushed up into the mountains, the Caucasus Mountains. It wasn't no 1,000 years or 5 million years BC. Go ahead.
It says, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper root for their meat.
Yeah, when they was up in the caves, they were eating stuff off the trees. Go ahead.
They were driven forth from among men.
Go ahead.
They cried after them as after a thief.
But back in the ancient world, during the time of the Babylonians, they knew that the Edomites were the biggest thieves on the earth. These so-called white people. So they said, get out of here, you thief. And they pushed them up into the caves.
Right.
Go ahead.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys.
Now you can't get around that. Esau can't get around that. To dwell in the cliffs of the earth. Go ahead.
In caves.
In caves
of the earth.
In caves of the earth. Go ahead.
And in rocks.
And in rocks. Go ahead.
Yeah. Among the bushes they brayed.
Go ahead.
Under the nettles they were gathered together.
Go ahead.
They were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
Low men. Go ahead.
They were viler than the earth.
And this white man is viler than the earth even today.
Yes.
He's a vile man. Go ahead.
And now am I their song. Yea, I am.
What did Job mean when he said, and now am I their song? What did he mean by that? In other words, Esau's on top right now, so he can sing songs about us. He can make mockery about us. All right? Go ahead.
And now am I their song. Yea, I am their byword.
Go ahead.
They abhor me. They flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face.
And they can do that. An Edomite can go and spit you right in your face, and there's nothing you can do about it. Meaning he got the power. Go ahead.
Because he has loosed my cords and afflicted me, they have also let loose the brittle.